Good morning. It's October 20th. Temperature's about 38 degrees. Clear skies today. And the wind is 9 to 10 miles an hour out of the southwest. So it's blowing from my right to left down into this thicket. We got just about enough shooting light now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rattle and grunt. I like to do that first thing in the morning. And like I said in my last video, you don't want to rattle or call until you can shoot. I've made that mistake before, and I've rattled or I grunted and they come right in. Now, I have my wind scent out about 20 yards in front of me, and I have a remote for it, and I have the stud buck scent, and that's just like a dominant buck scent. So, it's about that time of year where they're going to start moving. The temperature's pretty good. It's a hair bit windy. Like, I don't like it this much wind. I like about 5 miles an hour. But the last 2 years in this area, I shot a buck on October 25th, and I've shot a buck on October 24th last year. So, we'll see what we see today, guys. Alright, guys, I just had that buck come through. He was sort of on a steady pace, like a steady walk. But he came right out of this thicket to my right. He came right in after I rattled and grunted. So, but he walked in and walked behind me and went down into this thicket. So, it was that small buck that I got on camera in my earlier video. But he wasn't stopping and looking. He's walking around, smelling. So, but he went down the way that my wind scent is drifting. So we'll see if he comes back or if he's just searching for does. That's a good sign. guys, well, you just saw that other buck. So those 2 bucks that I got on, I don't think I ever seen this one. He just walked down behind me. He came running in to the antlers like I was rattling, and he ran straight in and came down to the left of me. He didn't go back into the thicket. He walked down along the edge of the thicket. So we'll see. I keep hearing squirrels on the side over here, but we'll see. But that's getting some action now, so I guess the bucks are getting a little more, they're moving a little more, so in this cold weather, it's a good start, so we'll see what happens. I just had 3 doe come through, and I think that one buck that went down along the edge of the thicket was pushing them. He was he was behind them and he was pushing them a little bit. So it's like, I mean, this first real cold day, it's like a light switch, they just turn on. So they walked up to the edge here. So, but you seen them, they walked right past my scrape. And the buck stopped, and it looked like he was making a run, but I couldn't film it. It was behind a tree. So, that's a good sign that there's deer moving and their bucks are starting to push. I just gotta see their daddy. I want to see a nice rack come through, so. It's about 8:30, and I haven't seen anything else. Still windy, but the deer cast says that the deer are supposed to move about 9:15 to 11:15. So I'm gonna stay in the stand till at least probably 10:30, and then I gotta go because I gotta go into work earlier today. Because I'm not hunting tomorrow, I'll be working tomorrow, and then this weekend I'll be hunting, so. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning, a little chilly, but we'll see what happens. We got about another 2 hours. It was a good sign that those deer were moving. And that buck was pushing them doe, so you never know what can come through. I'm also going to take out my SD card out of my camera today when I get down. I brought my SD cards with me, so I'm going to do that, and I'll freshen my scrape up since they're starting to push here. I'm going to make sure I start loading up the scrape with scent now. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, well, it's 10:30, so I am going to get down out of my stand, and I am going to go get the, change out my SD card. So, that'll end this hunt, and we'll see you on the next one. Good morning. It's October 24th, and exactly 1 year today, I shot that nice 8-point. So, the temperature's about 45 degrees, it's a little warmer. The skies are clear, and the wind's coming out of the northeast at 5 to 6 miles an hour, which is a great wind. But it doesn't matter today if I see a deer or not. Because my son Theo, for the first time, he went out this weekend with me, and he ended up getting his first buck. So, if you haven't seen that video, guys, you're going to have to go back and definitely watch Theo's first hunt. Alright, well, we're going to sit back and see what happens this morning. Alright, it's about 7:45, so I'm going to do a rattling and grunting sequence to see if I can't get nothing moving. I haven't seen anything yet, so. At the end of my rattling, I always like to break the antlers up like you're breaking away from the fight. I just think it sounds more realistic. See what happens. So in this clip right here, as you can see, she smells the wind scent. I have a scent in there, it's called Crossroads. It's a mix between a buck and a doe. So she's checking it out. So right here, if you could see, I pressed the button and the wind scent goes off and she starts smelling it. I was just messing around with her. Alright guys, so you seen that doe come in. I could still hear her walking around over here. I was gonna take her. She was within 5 yards of me. I had a perfect shot in front of me. But she's by herself, and they're usually multiple doe together, like the family doe. But I think the bigger doe ran the smaller ones off, because they do that once they start going into heat. They will push the little ones away from them so they can go into the heat and do their own thing. So I'm just gonna stick it out and see if anything comes through. We'll see what happens. But she was at 5 yards. And then, if you look, she was smelling that wind scent. And that's the Crossroads, is what I have in there now. It's buck and doe. So I figured it's that time of year where I want to mix it up a little bit. So, we'll see. Alright guys, well that ends this hunt. That ends episode 5 also. So thanks for joining me. Keep an eye out for more episodes coming. Hopefully we get on some bucks. I did get down, and those doe were way back in the thicket. I could see their tails flickering. So I got down and I eased my way out and didn't bother them. But that's a good sign that the doe were in the area. So it's only a matter of time before the bucks come. So it's just a waiting game. So thank you. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Share our channel out. Make a comment. And we will see ya. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please hit that off-toke logo, and thank you for your support.